Something happened.
Look at that intro, bro. That video.
I didn't even watch it. I was too busy looking up horses. I didn't watch anything.
Oh man. All right, bro. Walk us through this. I know. Can you explain what the heck Doughboys grocery games is? I know I signed up for it. I know I'm here, and I know I'm spending money.
Zook signed you up for it, but yeah, you signed up for it. We're gonna get you rolled in. But we were bullshitting last Thursday on like different formats because obviously Zook wants to do his league, but we can't do that until March. So that's literally a month away. And I always spitball, but it was more so a challenge just to see. I mean, obviously, some people sitting on the stream at the time are better, spotting horses than others, bots included. It is what it is. But, the people that do it all natural, they find some gems. And I basically wanted to just, like, put it as a mini competition just to see who's better at browsing the marketplace and finding a diamond in the rough, we'll say.
Well, I came in with a dope strategy, bro.
Well, yeah.
I came in with I'm going to purchase the names that stick out to me the most.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine if Stallone the Pony was on the market, that would have been a snap buy. You would have just bought that
buy him in a second.
But it's you already own him, so it's no big deal.
So I already own
that. A lot of people do that. A lot of people, people that go to the racetrack for the first time, they bet based off names or based off the this one looks prettier than the rest, so I'm just gonna bet it. Like, so maybe it works out for you. Who knows? But we do have. I should have gave you hard rules so we could like brought it up on screen. But next, as we go on with this, we'll do it. But yeah, 6 of us: you, myself, Zook, Trots, Bryce from Sanguda, and Keith from Crimson. We have from 8 to 10 p.m. tonight to purchase 3 horses with a spending limit of 25 USD or 0.016, I believe. We capped it at top of class 4. So what is that, 290 or 390? I'll get Trots on, he'll answer that. But we capped it. We capped it at class 4. And then we're gonna run those horses across nine races, 1 in each distance. And each horse that you purchase has to run a minimum of 1 race. So, and it's gonna be 6 horse. So that's another thing. Like,
now you also mentioned. So is the winner stealing a horse? You said the winner steals a horse from the other people, but is that in each race or is that like the overall?
I wanted it to be for each funnel, but I think we're just gonna do the winner overall gets a horse from everyone. So the winner walks away with the best 5 horses out of the 15. Yeah, out of the 15 that are up. Plus the 3 that he bought,
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting because we talked about it last week. You can do it at a different, like you can do higher stakes. This is just I love bargain shopping, and this is just bargain shopping. And find a good deal. It's not. This isn't. Again, this is only meant to be a friendly competition, but like I said, we can definitely take this. We can take this up a couple levels with some higher stakes. With certain stables.
John, I see you in the chat, bro. What's up? He said, Jigga, you owe me a horse. I know, bro. It's on there. It's coming from Zed. If you want, I can do a check right now. Drop your wallet in the chat. I can literally copy and paste and I can get a response within 10 minutes when the horse is scheduled. So just let me know, bro. What up, Ty? All right, what we cooking? We are cooking whatever Chef Doughboy says. DSJ in the chat, my favorite troll of all time. What up, DSJ? Yo, I think we got
Yeah, let's bring Trots up. We have him back there too, because he was. I mean, obviously he came up with the name, which is great, and he also drew the sweet image down in the bottom right corner here.
That was you. Yeah, they came out great. I love those, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna pull his account. I'm gonna pull his OpenSea up later, and we'll look at stuff. It's fucking sick. Like he made one for Zombie Boy for Joe's horse. Who else was there? He did Diamonds, Victorious Tours. There's he did a bunch of iconic horses instead. So
All right, that's awesome.
And they're
Yeah, I
dope.
make sure to put the logo there in the corner. We got Doughboys Grocery Games right there near my freaking head. How you doing? All right.
The only thing you have to figure out is scoring. I mean, I think we could probably do top 2, but I'd rather do like Fibonacci. We just have to figure that out before Thursday.
Yo, Ty said, not gonna lie, thought this was actually cooking at first.
Not yet, dude. I'm working on that. Trust me, I'm working on that. I got to actually call the local
What up, Clay?
agricultural center tomorrow, as well as go to the DMV. Fuck. I'm cooked.
All right, so
But yeah,
obviously you got the rules in place, bro.
I think I'm
I
missing
guess I should start
something.
looking for some horses, Trots. I didn't come prepared, bro. Trots
I
at
already got
all.
my horses.
Oh, all right. So I really
That's what I was
didn't come
saying.
prepared.
That's why I said this could be over, because as long you couldn't buy them before 8 p.m.
Dude, I was jamming that button at 8 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah, that's what my
He
original
did his
plan
shot.
was. That's what my original plan was, and then like I want to get my horses quick, and then we can run a couple races and see. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure we agreed that we could run some races before, but it doesn't really matter because
I think the only stipulation was that we got to say which ones are in.
Oh yeah. 100%.
All right. So in other words, I better
yeah.
get my shit together and buy 3 horses. You know, I feel like I should like maybe reach out to somebody in the community. Maybe I should like my own like area. I've got 2 hours, right? Between 8 and 10.
Yeah.
You never said I can't outsource.
No, you can outsource. You don't. Like I said, anyone can help. You know, you definitely don't have to keep it in the circle. But yeah, it started. I haven't looked mine up yet. Trots, if you want to share screen, we can look at yours if you want to look at them, or you don't have to. We can wait. I'm about to make my first purchase, I believe.
Probably easier if I just tell you the names. Well, I guess you don't want to share yours because you're shopping, right? Is that
not yet? I mean, I can do a couple things, but I won't be able to scroll through and let me buy my first order.
I could
bullshit about it.
I don't have a webcam on my PC, so I'm using my laptop for it. But I could put it up.
Got you. I'm not even looking at the breeding on these things. I don't care. The only thing I care about is, can you run? Literally, can you run? What am I looking for here?
Yo, what up, SK? Got our Nick fam in the chat. Yo, feel free if you guys are hanging out, drop you a little bit of scores. All right, give me some updates in there.
Ah, shit, I had the filter on wrong. Definitely had to adjust. So it is 2. So what is class?
You want to? It's the max level's 300.
Max level's 300. All right, I have 390 in, like a dumb idiot.
You got 0 to 1.
Thing I was doing.
Yeah, you got 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and then 2 to 3.
All right, come on. What are we doing here? Racing levels. We got to put some tunes on in the back. So this is the problem. I wanted to buy. Let me look at your horses first, so that way we can.
I can share screen if you want.
No, I mean,
open enough to tap now.
My internet was also shitting the bed before stream. That's another reason I didn't have them ready at 8 o'clock to just click.
Yeah.
But it stings. Hold on. Yeah. If you get your screen up, I'll give you free reign and you can discuss yours while I try and get my first one. And we'll go from there. Oh yeah, Trots. Delano's our local troll. He means no offense by any of it. He's just really good at what he does.
Yeah, no,
so
he's been salty for a long. Yeah, he's been salty at me for a long time because I beat him in duck race or something.
Oh, that makes sense. A lot of people get salty about that.
I never even got my fighter from the village or anything, dude. But you know,
I mean, if I sometimes I know with Zed getting prizes out, it takes a little bit. And it's almost like same, right? Those are both VHS or VSH. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
All right, so how do I share my screen with you guys?
All right, so you see at the bottom bar where it says mute stock cam settings present.
Present?
You want to click on present. Yep, and then it'll say share screen, and then you'll pick the screen you want to share.
All right, share screen. I mean, there's no screens. It's just my laptop. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, you have to have you have to put StreamYard in its own window by itself.
So, all right, well, I'm just going to share one. All right, so I'll just share this one tab. All right, let me know when it's up.
right, you're good.
All right, so there we go. So first horse was a Smoke No Descendant, no brainer. I just went for horses with variance. Just figure go for a good run. At least the first two horses. The third horse was really just filling in with a cheaper horse. But so this guy, no brainer, was 0.007. You can see 13% win rate. Nothing special, but for like an $8 horse, it's not too shabby. Distance. When I went by the distance phone, you can see at 1600, he's got a nice little U. 1800 was all right, and then even when you run up to 2, he still has a little bit of a U going. I pulled up the speed numbers on Z Lead as well, but I don't have that shared right now, so we'll just go with this. And then, so that was the first horse. Actually, he was the second. The first horse was a sprinter because there wasn't a lot of sprinters that I saw. So it's this guy here, Sugar Bean. So class 5. Doesn't look good when you look at the totals, but when you look at, you can see at 1,000 meters and at 1,200, he's pretty decent. And he also had good speed numbers on Z Lead / StackMax Pro. 1,600 is all right, but I'm going to use this guy mostly for the sprints. And I think that was the hardest thing. I found a lot of mids and marathoners, but I didn't really see that many sprinters for a cheap price, at least not from what I was looking for. I wanted horses with at least some win rate, nothing out of this world. This guy was 0.005, and No was 0.007, so that left me with like 0.004. But I went a little bit cheaper because I didn't find anything, at that exact limit that was good.
What was the first one you bought? Descendant of No?
The No Brainer, yeah.
Yeah, I think I looked at that horse earlier in the week. There was a couple no breeds up there that looked it, but I was like, I can do better than this. And that was before we cut it at 300.
There was a couple nice ones that I saw like a class 2, because at first when we didn't cut it, my first thought was, well, I'm just going to get the highest class horses. They're going to be the fastest. But when we cut it to 6 to 4, I figured, well, that's going to be a little bit more fair game. So let me just go for the ones that I think can get good boosts of speed. So this is the cheapest one and probably the horse that would be the least good looking of them, but it had a good 2,600 horseshoe. And so he's going to be my kind of longer marathon guy.
See, did you do the stats just normal, or did you separate 6-gate win percentage and all that shenanigans?
I mostly just, what I did was I went, I'll give you a little bit of the secret sauce here. So I went to Haku, right, to the front page. And then so for filters.
Yeah.
Let's see, hold on. It's moving a little slow. All right. So we went into win percentage, and I picked 8 or 9, 10, whatever. Just something so that there's some kind of substance to the horse. It's not just, and you'll see why in a second. So the next thing I went to was racing level. And so for max, starting class max was 300.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
And max was 300, which it didn't really matter. And then for advanced filters, I went down here to the U finish, the U rate, and I put 40% U rate. So the U rate, basically what percentage these horses finished either top 2 or bottom 2, right?
Yeah.
From there, I hit save, and then it put up a bunch of variants, at least some kind of variants on the horses, and then I just went low to high, and I just went digging through. And there, you find a lot of garbage there because with the U rate at 40%, a lot of them just have a lot of 11s and 12s and not 1s and 2s. So what I did was that's why I sorted kind of by win, just to kind of see which ones are good. But a lot of them either don't have a lot or maybe had kind of skewed rates. But when I filter this way, it's hard for the 6-gate horses to pop in because I'm looking for a lot of 11 to 12s.
Fair.
So I didn't really
I think I'm gonna buy this horse. I think.
Yeah. So if you want, one of you guys could take the screen back. But so those are the 3 that I went with. I tried to cover all the funnels. The marathoner is basically just the extreme marathon, and then probably gonna have Mo or No Brainer take a few of the races.
And confirm check out. All right, I bought my first one.
Sweet.
Let me see if I can get this thing set up.
DSJ said, Doughboy looks like he goes to house parties at Clinton Hills just to stand in a corner and eat Oars d'Ours.
Yo, where the fuck is Clinton Hills at? Is that New York? Because I would never. But I do enjoy a good house party. And normally I'm in the corner, but I'm not eating. I'm fixing my lungs because everyone else is drinking alcohol, and I don't like that anymore. So, I stand alone by myself. If you want to hang out, we come hang out and chill. But other than that, keep to myself. But I do enjoy a good house party. All right, first one's in the books for me. A nice little .003, little $5 bill for a Z11 knock. Let me put my screen up. So we'll see what happens. She has 6 gate stats, which is what I look for. I really didn't look at anything else. I just looked at the 6 gate stats. And hurry up and up. All right. Yeah, couldn't tell you who the parents are, but I'll look at them now because I kind of want to know.
One of the horses I ran into was being sold by Sangudo, and I was like, "Oh, should I buy this horse?" But I ended up not.
That was probably a trap. Probably a trap. So Callaghan, the father.
Nice
little horse. The mother was profitable too. This horse, I feel like might have been just run wrong, but either way, I think this is a fine purchase for what we're doing here. Like, these are 12 gate stats, mostly at 1200, which I'm not too worried about because I'll still run it there. 6 gate though was pretty solid at 1000, so that was a selling point for me. And it's only raced at 1200 and 6 gate at Flamed, so I'll run this horse in the sprints. And we'll see what happens. None of them are paid though, I don't believe. Oh, it might have been a winner take all.
What'd you do to kind of look for him?
Yeah, Flame. Literally, where's my filter at? I'm filtered by Knox, max 300, and then 6% win rate is 8. I put it 8%.
Okay, cool.
And there was a couple of them down there. Like this one I looked at, I don't really like. This one was kind of ass. Didn't look too good on paper. Looked real bad. And 6 gate just didn't really have any stats, flatlined. Mostly looked like it's normal 12 gate stats. But yeah, that's what I did for that. But all these, obviously, now .1 is the most expensive. So that might have been slight value. For what I'm doing here, it might have been slight value, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't care. Well, never mind. That's not the one anymore. It's gone. Yeah, Z11 Elite for .003. So it's cheaper than this one, which is absolute garbage. So I'm all right with that. So now I'll go and I'll go back in here. My 6 gate, I'm going to drop it to 5%. All right.
It's funny. I didn't even think about going by.
That's why I didn't want to say. That's why I wasn't saying anything last week, and I didn't want to say anything in the chat. I didn't want to say because I didn't know when you bought yours. I didn't want to say anything at all because I was like, these guys are going to forget that it's not a 12 gate race; it's a 6 gate race. So I got you. Let's go.
I think I found my first one.
Doesn't hurt. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you tell me how horrible I am.
Yeah, this one was. Damn, the active bids. But yeah, I'm not too upset with that. I don't even know if it has paid stats. It does.
Jigman Poe looks like he wears Lucia mask from Yellow and Green.
Put the thing in the private chat. The one
I got it right here. The name is the reason why. The Rowdy Monk.
I like it.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Z30. So obviously I'm spending a little bit more on this one, right? I'm gonna have to go a little cheaper on the other ones, but I will do my best Doughboy and Trotz impression. So as you can see, it's a Z30 and it's purple and runs great U-shaped stuff. And I'm gonna win because it's called the Rowdy.
Listen, man, as long as you can, what you're saying makes sense to you and you can sell it, that's all that matters. You can convince anybody that you're the best.
Yo, anybody in chat, you got any good filters on Haku that we should that you would have used for this?
Yeah, matter of fact, you know what? That's a good idea.
Let's see if we can get Jigga something else here.
Yeah, you know what?
Honestly, chat can help out.
I'll let the chat pick my next horse.
I don't know about
find a horse.
At least give you their search criteria.
I don't know how many active people are actively buying horses right now. Oh, Hillside, OG.
The Hillside homie in the building.
I feel like Hillside would get involved in the grocery game. He was on for Stable Duels, and I smacked him up before. So he might want some redemption in the grocery game.
So Siberia, and Junin already put his, but Siberia, the only criteria was we have to buy 3 horses for $25 total, which was 0.016 at the time. And it has to be class 6, 5, or 4. Nothing higher. And we're going to run them in all distances, so we want to have the three distances covered, or the 3 funnels covered, I should say.
I have to put my filters back in. Damn it. No, I don't.
Yeah, June and I went, when you go paid 10% win rate, it's kind of hard to get people listing their horses for $5 or $10.
You gotta find them. You gotta dig for them.
Dig around, look for those. There was another horse that I kind of liked, but he was the bottom of class 6, and I was like, he's not going to compete at this. So.
Oh, I might have found another nice little something. Ooh, the name alone. That's the Jigga value right there. The name alone might have sold me. Okay, we got paid stats. A little paid stats in 6 gate.
Hold on. What's this one's name?
Which one? The one I'm looking at or the one you just found? Mine?
What you're looking at.
Am I showing the screen? Oh, no. Get out of here.
Purchase.
Cheater.
No, I'm just kidding.
You cheaters.
Hey, you can't buy the
screen.
You already said the name for.
I'm just going to go ahead and say, if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't buy it.
I know what it is. I'm a culinary mastermind. It's Code de Bouffe. Means something beef. I forgot what it is. I can't remember. I'm not French. I'm not classically trained in French. Oh, I'll just buy this horse. I'm not even going to look at anything else. Oh, someone cucked me. No, they didn't. Ha ha! Give me that horse. All right, acquired the second horse for the competition. And I'm not even going to lie. Like, I was basically buying this horse no matter what. No matter what. But as soon as I put this on, and I saw it was profitable, that was it. Nice little this was cheaper than the knock I just bought with profit. God, this is fun. Who would have known spending money on Zed would be so much fun? Jesus Christ, what does my life come to?
You know, man, I was thinking about that when I was doing this. I think Zed might change into more of a, like, the way they have it it's kind of laid out right now. It might be more fun to play this as a market game than as a breeding game, which sucks because I obviously I think we were all talking about it last stream where my favorite thing was making us like breeding and making a good bloodline and trying to build out a stable. But the way it works right now, I think it might be a market game where you just want to find stuff like this and you buy a horse $5 and make
so many horses out there that are just like either have been listed forever and the people just forgot about them. Or this is the second horse I bought. This is 6 gate stats, so I'm kind of happy. If it's another sprinter, I'm cooked. I didn't even bother looking at that. I just snapped it off.
Oh God!
I'm dead. I'm dead. It's all 12. No, I'm cooked. Oh well, it was a good buy anyway. I like that. Let me see. He said 2.0. I got some thirds at 1800. Well, good thing we get to race them a couple of times. Now I get to find out. But yeah, like it's just hard to breed. It's hard to want to spend money. Like it's 0.05 for a Butte Genesis. Like This was $3 and it's profitable and has raced and paid. Like, it's hard to not, like, the homework's already done for it. It's a double up. Like, it was in double ups, but like it's just hard to not like want to just buy horses and run them instead of just like you can just buy a handful of horses instead of breeding. But like if they do like fix the maiden situation and give people a reason to breed again, I think it's fine. I think there's multiple ways to play this game, and this is one of them, coming in and buying horses.
Yeah.
And not worrying about understanding breeding. Like, if you don't understand it, you don't have to put too much effort into it. You just learn it later, kind of deal. But I like the coming in and buying and trying to find value point of view and how to play.
I've never really enjoyed it. I mean, I don't mind it, but I've always been about the breeding. That's why I'm always in all the Lucky Maidens.
It's a breeding game. Like, that's the thing. It's not a racing game. It's a breeding game. If you want to race, you got to breed these horses to get them. Like, and that's the good. Streamlabs is up again. And that's like the thing. It's like there's so many horses in the ecosystem just sitting, doing nothing. Now we're doing something with them. It's great. Wow, I just spent like $1, so now I have 20 left, so I can just ape out and get a nut high variance horse. That's the other value to this too. If you buy a couple cheap, kind of like DFS. It's kind of like DFS. We're building our lineups with a bankroll, and my internet's going to shit again. I love it.
Yeah.
Verizon, let's go, baby.
I actually was thinking like that, like DFS, go with the stars and scrubs. So that last horse,
yeah.
You know,
bad.
I think I found the second one.
Very bad. Jacob.
And again, my filters are way different than yours. Your filters are logical, and mine is name based. So for horsey number 2, let me share my screen here with you, Doughboy.
I have to see how much I spent so far. I spent, oh my god, 0.005. I can probably buy a Genesis, honestly. Like, I might have enough. All right, I want to look at his, and I'm going to open mine up again and see how far I can get. Let me see what you just put up.
I might buy it. Float like a butterfly. Oh, come on.
I don't think you should buy this horse, but we'll look at it. Scroll.
Oh, it's so good, those.
You're buying from one of the competitors. You know, that's extra motivation. If you stick it in his face, you beat him with one of his horses.
Scroll down a little bit more and click on the 6-horse tab right there. 6-horse races. None. Okay, that's very interesting. So it flames. It doesn't double up very good. Well, it doesn't. That's not true. God damn, I got like a splinter in my toe. Not good.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would advise not buying this horse.
Okay.
Because I just bought a Zabo for the same price as this. It was a single digit. And this is 268, which is the highest number you can get in the game, and probably won't compete very good against the higher number of horses, unless it's like.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm supposed to be competing. There's
yeah. I mean,
all right. I'll go back to.
I'm a big fan of it. Back
to drum board. I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, I got a Z7, and it's a filly too, unbred. A Z7 for $3.37. All right, I can spend up here now. Let's go. Let me readjust my filters. Take this off. Clear values. Let that go. Am I back on screen? Because I'll share my stuff. I don't care. This is my last source anyway. 6-horse. So now, let me see if we can't get lucky. See how far we can push the limits. Oh, geez, I can pretty much buy the world, potentially. Meth Head. I feel like I know this horse. Where's my 6 feet? So that's it. Do you want to? Do you want to? Did we go over all 3 of your horses?
All 3 of mine, yeah.
Trucks.
I mean, I went over them pretty quick, but yeah, I went through them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wish. I don't know when Zook's. I don't even know if Zook's coming up. I know Keith probably isn't. I know Bryce said closer to 9 if we're still on.
Yeah.
But
I think he said he probably could not, but that he would be definitely buying his horses.
oh yeah, well yeah, he let his bot do all the work. All right, so you keep pushing the limits. Yeah, I don't. Listen, man, it's not a conspiracy. It's the truth. I've seen it before. I'll go to the grave with that. There are so many cheap horses. Like, I never thought I would see a $3 knock or a $6 Nakamoto Z4. Like,
Yeah.
ever.
It's funny because it's like Zed is in a weird place right now. I was talking to somebody that he like this weekend. There was a dude that was when he found out that I was in Zed. He was like, "Oh man, I tried getting into Zed like when back in the day, when you would only buy an OpenSea." And he says he got scammed on OpenSea and it kind of turned him off and he never went back in. And so trying to explain to him now whether it's a good or a bad time to get into Zed, and it's like it's such a hard thing to say because it's like it's a good time if you're monetarily because you just spend a few bucks and kind of experiment and see it, but at the same time it might be a bad time because this game seems to just be spiraling downward every day.
I mean, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Like, if he's all right, like putting $50 in.
I mean, I was gonna just probably
see what happens.
I was just gonna give him a couple horses and then let him learn, and then from there see what happens. Because I feel like the best way to play this is you don't want to spend money in the beginning because you're just not going to buy anything good. So it's better to just kind of learn the ropes with either borrowing a horse or with a crappy horse, and just although with a crappy horse it might turn you off to the game because you just lose nonstop. But
that or it's if I want to do better, I gotta get a better horse. Like that's like when I started playing card like Magic the Gathering when I was younger, and like I bought a $5 deck from someone, and when I got tired of losing all the time and wanted to win, I bought better cards to make my deck better. So like there are ways around it, but
June and the races are running Thursday night. Tonight was just like the
yeah. Thursday night we're running everything. We're gonna have it all set up. 9 races. I don't know what time we'll start. Probably first race will start at like 8:15, 8:20. We'll do our normal Zed rundown shenanigans.
I've been playing Magic for a long time, by the way, Doughboy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I started when I was just thinking about this the other day. Was it 2002, I think? I remember it was the first. Let's see.
What was the first set that you played with?
Nemesis pre-release. The day Nemesis was released to the public. I'm actually looking it up right now. February 14th, 2000, I started playing.
I've been playing since like Mirage.
Nice. That was good times. That was good times because Urza Saga block constructed was fucking ridiculous, and that's when I started playing. Also, like that was something to come into.
Yes, it was. Yeah, Urza block was insane. Like I remember with the I think it was like Tempest or whatever, like Mirage, Tempest, and I can't remember the one after, but when it got to Urza, it was pretty crazy. I actually used to be do you remember that magazine, The Duelist?
Yeah.
It was like a Magic magazine. They actually had an article on me one time. I made like a deck and I ended up winning like a bunch of cards from them.
Oh, nice. I won a qualifier that they had it on day 3 of Grand Prix, and it was called the Sunday Super Series, and you had to win a qualifier, and if you won, it qualified you for one of like 54 spots to fly out to Seattle to go to Wizards and play in a special side tournament. It was fucking sick, dude. It was like I got a tour of the entire facility.
Dude, that's awesome.
I have pictures with like the 2-headed dragon statue they have in there, like Goblin Slayer statue they have. Like they put us up in a hotel, catered food to us, took us to the Mox Cafe, and just all we did was play Magic all day. They like had endless boxes for everyone to just like do pickup drafts, like in between rounds and stuff. Oh, it was nuts. It was so fun. I didn't take advantage of it, but yeah, it was definitely a fun experience. I mean, I became the entire East Coast was during my time, all the top players were either Japanese, European, or from the East Coast. And if you wanted to play in a Pro Tour qualifier on the East Coast, you literally had to play against these people. So like it was an incentive to want to do better, to try and like beat these top players. So like that's how it is with any game, I feel. So like again, people coming in is that like if you don't want to attack breeding because it's almost like expert level, I guess, you got to buy a pre-constructed deck, which is just a cheap $5 horse sometimes to learn the ropes, to better understand the game, and then make a decision from there. So
I think that's actually one of the issues with Zed is that this. I don't want to shit on younger people, but I feel like this generation now, it's like instead of wanting to compete and get better, they're like, oh, but I want to compete with people my level instead of trying to get better. It's the same thing you see in Call of Duty everywhere, you know?
Yeah. Shortcuts. You know what I mean? Everyone wants a shortcut. I understand. I want shortcuts too. I don't want to have to get up and work every day. Like that's the shortcut that I want. But that's never going to happen.
Yeah. You saw Keith talking on Discord?
What's that?
Keith talking smack. He put his 3 horses up.
Oh, we'll look at him then. Wow, he stayed under the limit too. He spent 0.09.
I was right up on it.
Oh no, he was right up on it. Yeah, he was. Look at that.
Yeah, 0.09. Talk about stars and scrubs, dude. 0.009 on one horse, dude.
Yeah, I gotta find what I have. So I literally have 0.011 to spend. I wish I could put where's Bryce at when I need him? I want to put my spending limit in here and have horses come up with the spending limit. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Where's Bryce? I gotta message him real quick.
Well, he's probably driving, right? Because he said he's heading back from the Hard Rock.
Some things are more important than others. So
Is he in Vegas right now?
I have no idea.
You ever seen the Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale? The building?
Never. No.
Dude, it's pretty cool. You should Google it. It's shaped like a guitar.
That's interesting. I always noticed like there was a giant. Fun fact: I once passed out in the revolving doors of a Hard Rock cafe in Canada, in Toronto, Canada.
Is that where you're at, Trots?
18
in Florida?
Yeah, Miami.
Yeah, no, I know the hotel. I mean, I lived in Fort Lauderdale and in Pembroke Pines. So when you said the Hard Rock, I was like, yeah, the guitar shape.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. With the lights going up, like the strings and everything, it's really cool.
All right, I'm
still name shopping over here.
All right, so I actually do need to see how much I have to spend. 0.02, 0.03. All right, yeah, so I have 0.011. Let me get this out of here. Let me get this back up.
All right, I'm going to show you this one for your guys' opinion real quick.
Come down here.
This one fits in the price range, and the name's not too shabby. Push it to no limit. All right, how you doing? $5, bro.
What more do you want? All right, that's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not terrible.
Right? I mean, and it keeps me to where I can then maybe look at another $10 horse, or excuse me, $9.27 or something like that.
That's what it is. That's how it works.
Dollars, bro.
All right.
So you have all the money to spend. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Look at that one. I don't want to look at that one. I feel like, all right, I'll look at this one. I have to find something of variance. I screwed myself, but I have to get some of these practice races in.
But you know, it's the thing with the variance, dude. It's like it's a two-edged sword because that's what killed me in my head-to-head with Bryce. Is my best horses all just shit the bed.
See, and that's one thing I didn't do. Like when I didn't pick any variance horses in my matchup. I figured and that's what I asked like the week before. I asked him, I was like, what horses are you picking? Are you just picking high variance horses or extreme distance preference horses? Like when I had the 2600s, I put my extreme 2600 horse in. I didn't mess around with any variants, but everyone's approaching it differently. I wish it was more. I want to make stable duels more competitive, and there's going to be a way to do it. But we got to adapt as the game goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's one of the things. It's like, are you picking an extreme variant source, or are you picking the extreme distance preference?
Yeah.
And which is right and which is wrong? Like, I don't think there is a right or wrong answer. Obviously,
there is a right or wrong
but
with these kinds of small sample sizes where it's just one race, it's just just see who comes out big.
Yes.
I saw on Twitter someone, I can't remember, I didn't remember the guy's name, but he's thinking of a cool format. Might be another one we could try out. Do like a relay race where you pick a horse, maybe one for each funnel or one for every distance, and you add up all your times and see who's got the best time. Yeah, so
Internet died.
I know
Internet's back. Dude, my internet's really just.
I know what that's like. I know what that's like.
It's testing me so hard right now. It's really testing me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call Verizon and I'm literally gonna scream so loud.
Dude, Comcast for the longest time was in my neighborhood, or in my basically my neighborhood was so bad.
It just
trying to play Call of
sense.
Duty or anything with it was just streaming, like it was crazy.
It just doesn't make sense. Why do I pay this much money and I can't get internet? Why am I paying you money if your service doesn't work? I just need to know. No, that's way too much.
It looks like Keith went with definitely.
Look at his horses.
He went for high class 4s. What it looks like.
That's also what I've been trying to do. That cheating guy. Yeah, I put my filters in.
What I probably should have done, but I just wanted to get horses that can, outperform. Yeah, he went for sure. All 3 horses are high class 4. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, this might be trouble.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of corrupted rat. Where's Jigga? That's a good one. All right.
Hold on.
I know it. Now I know.
I heard you call.
That fool's playing with. Yeah, corrupted rat. I saw the knight who says nay. The knight who say nay. There you go. Artemis. No, you have a 3% win rate. I feel like some of these things are lying. Also, Irish Dirt Queen. Nope.
It's tough to trust some of these win rates too on the other side because
got cross reference.
Trying to pad, like back when everybody was just trying to pad their stats.
Yeah, I've been cross referencing everything. Mysterious. Did you buy your second horse yet, Jigga?
Siberia. Yeah. It's gonna be free races, and it's gonna be custom 6 gates where they just throw all 6 horses together in a race.
Winner gets to snatch the other people's horses.
I can't buy it. I can't buy it because it's a fucking sprinter. That's rough.
Oh, yeah, I didn't pay attention to what I got.
Yeah, that's the other thing I'm not really doing either.
I should have paid attention to that.
What's this? This horse only has 7 races, so it says. Copy, paste. Oh, I want to put tunes on in the background. You got soft hip hop and your brother have any fire we can play?
There's music playing, I think, right now.
I can't hear shit. Are my
I think
stats down?
I think the chat can hear it. Chat, can you hear it?
No, chat gets to hear things I don't. Oh, this horse stinks. There's a flame in a 6 gate. Top 2. Paid.
It's a start.
No flames in the winner take all, but also different. Another sprinter. Stop it. Stop doing that. Breed filter distance preference. Here we go. Holy shit. That changed a lot. Jeez, that definitely changes a lot. Ah, now I see what I was doing wrong. Now I got it right. Now I got it right. 0.013. Loser. Didn't work out at all how I wanted it. 6 gate. No, way too much. I'm doing Nakamoto again like a dummy. Reload. I have to find that mid horse that has like a little bit of marathon variance, or else I'm going to be cooked. I think that's the problem I messed up at. I guess we did. We should have made. I guess we did say buy 3 horses. I was say I'm just going to buy 2 more horses. I only have to use 3, right?
Well, I mean, in the end, you could just be like, well, I was buying this one for myself for non-gaming purposes.
Well, now that it's on stream, I feel like it's a lot harder to get away with that.
Oh man, you know what would have been even cooler would have been that we come up with some kind of random rules, but we don't know the rules till the stream, and then everyone has to like do it on like just like the grocery games, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's how we evolve this. You know, we gotta keep the evolution going here. All right, there's another no Gert. Beast Impact. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to try and get another Nakamoto cross. Can't buy that one. Distance. Interesting. All right. I have to also ask Bryce if Haku stays updated, because there's been times where like I'll look at the stats on Haku and then they're completely different on like Know Your Horse or Z Lead. Like this one's not really difference. It's pretty much the same. It actually has a couple more races on it. Flamed. I might just buy this horse just because. Who is it?
It's also
Diamond River. Oh yeah. I'll just buy this one. No, someone bought it.
No.
No one bought it. Hold on, why is it? So that's what I'm saying. It's not updating.
Someone bought one of the horses that I earmarked in the beginning. The first horse I was going to buy, someone bought it like a couple hours before.
All right.
Kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop.
I got my 3 horses. How about Beast Impact? It flames it. It has flames in mid distance. It flamed and won 2,200. So we just got to put this roster together now. We just got to figure out who's racing who. All right. So I have my 3. Let me look at. I want to pull up Keith's. So Embrace the Spin. Oh yeah. All right.
So
I see what he
got
did.
Yours, huh?
Yeah. Wow, this horse has 0.039 profit. And how much did he pay for it? $1? He paid 0.02 for this horse. No wonder.
Yeah.
Is that tournament money? I wonder if that's tournament money. It is tournament money. Ah, he's so smart. I should look at tournament also. 0.04 winnings in tournament. Oh, this is. Wait, what the hell tournament was? Second place got $22. I haven't seen second place get $22 in like a year.
Well, I'm sure you're the same as me now with like your Versace horses down in class 5 or getting these tournament wins where you get like $3 or $5, dude. It's brutal.
I'm telling you. I mean, I expect it. Whatever. I know what I signed up for when I started racing those horses down there, but some of them in the 6-gate tournament, like the flames in third is literally the new flames in fourth. Like,
yeah,
it's so tilting. I have one horse that runs 6 gate, and it's literally just like the middle finger, like at 3-4. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm wasting my time. It was during the freeze. I was like, this is terrible. All right, so he bought the first one we're looking at, the .002, is a Z116 Pacer Butte, a Z3 mother, and a 113 cross. All right, amaretto, incepted. Interesting. This horse isn't bad like that either.
No, he got some.
This horse is for sale. I should have just. No, no. I shouldn't have just bought this. I forgot it's .009, not .09.
Yeah, .09 was a little bit of a purchase there for this.
This doesn't even seem bad like that, honestly, unless it's just it's tournament money. That's the other thing like people have to look for, tournament money. Tournament money is a huge discrepancy when you look at like earnings and stuff.
Yep.
Huge. All right. The second one is I'm Your Captain Now. Yeah, we'll see about that, bud.
I think that was his big purchase. He spent like .009 on it. You know, the other thing, by the way, which I'm sure you deal with too with these having your good horses at class 5 or 6 is all the money they make, your idiot horse in class 2 blows it on one double up.
I have so like in the beginning, I played it the way I did like in the beginning is that I just jammed races because there's a completely new format. So like for the first month, I was just jamming everyone and seeing where they ended up. And most of my horses that got like replaced are all like 6 gates. Like that's it. And I'm all right with it because they all have variants. So they're just 6. Like I have one in C3 that will like spike a $5 or like finish second $5. So they always get a little bit back. But then all that'll go away to the horse in class 6. And I'm trying to figure out if it's worth running in like 50 cent or $1 paid raises. Like
it's like the opposite for me. Like
I don't race anything past class 3. Like one horse in class 3. That's it.
I still have a bunch of class 2s, and I parked almost all my class 1s. I'm just gonna wait till the segments either get more more profitable or just more beneficial to run. And until then, I'm just not gonna bother with. I had to like half my stable ended up in class 1, and so many of them ended up like the 500 to like 510 level. That was just like super punishing. But I have a lot of class 2 that are pretty good horses, but class 2 is pretty competitive. And I looked into some seriously high variants at the bottom classes, but it's
So this is going to be Keith's marathon horse.
Yep, I think this is going to be the one he's kind of hoping.
This is the one that we have to beat so far.
Yeah.
Same 7 races, 9 races, 100% flame in all of them. Only has win stats at 26, but second at 24. All right, so that's fine. So 2 buttes, a cross and a pacer, and that was his big purchase. All right, so triple GBR. What's the next one? So we'll get. All right, another cross butte. All right, so he just aped into Buterin crosses, and he just bought Buterins, the complete opposite of what I did. I tried to find the strongest knocks I could find.
You know what? I didn't even pay attention to in all honesty, I didn't even pay attention whether they're buttes or not.
We're all going to learn a lot Thursday.
Yeah.
I tell you that right now. We're all going to learn a lot Thursday. Hopefully for the better. All right, his 6 gate stats are kind of ass, so I'm not even mad about that. All right, so don't sweat. So Keith literally has the marathoner, it seems, locked down. Let me look at his sprinter again. But yeah, his marathoner looks good with I'm Your Captain Now.
Yeah.
And I guess it's not going to let me do all that. Let me embrace your spin. Embrace the spin.
I like it. Jigga's haggling with his.
Submitting offers? Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to be fair. The one I looked at would have put me $1.89 over our budget, and we have till 10 o'clock. So I just put a little. Hey, it's a $1.89 discount, right?
I thought about having to do something like that if I didn't get the one I wanted.
I gotta count my 0.01, 0.012, 0.015. All right, 001 Despair. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, I think I came under also.
All right, so let's see what his first one was. 6 gate. The first one he bought has no stats at 6 gate, so that's a wild card. I think it has sprint stats, but it has the dip in the win column. But this will probably be a sprinter, which I'm not too scared about. Either one of the first 2 horses I bought.
Well, the horses he bought look like they're just going to be consistent.
Yeah, that's all right. Consistently losing is the same, It is. Be like that. All right, so his horse is all the money from his horse came from tournament money as well. All right, so that's not bad. Paid stats, small flames, very barely positive. All right, so Keith, I'm not too scared about. Yours we looked at. Let me take another look at mine. A little bit better. So Beast Impact was the 3rd one I bought. Yeah, this is the last one I bought. My big spend. There we go. Terrible little thing here. Alone 1 in 1,000. It looks like it has it, but when you look at these 2, it looks like it has some variance. But I ain't trusting none of that stuff.
Yeah,
I mainly want it for up here. I'm just gonna run it in the 6 gate as my marathoner, but I want to get a couple of races in real quick. I don't think we have 6 gates to run, but yeah, it flamed at 22 and it won, and then I imagine it'll be fine. But we don't have 6 gate freeze to run. I don't think, do we?
No.
Yeah, that makes sense. But that's all right. If you find flames in 12, you should find the flames in 6. So we'll take a look at that then.
Here's the one I'm looking at, Doughboy and Trots. I'm trying to find the person in social too. Accept it now. I have an hour, damn it. The Wall Street Buttes. How you doing?
Wall Street Buttes.
Wall Street Buttes. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, you're the stats, but it's a marathon, and that's what I'm lacking, right? So I made it easy for me by literally putting it right there for me. Marathoner. It was beautiful. Right there.
I like it. 10%, 1 win in 10. That's right on the dot.
It's perfect. What more do you want? What more could you ask for?
It hit all the criteria I was hoping for. Name, price, and the person is offering to take $1.89 discount. It'd be great.
Is $1.89 really what your limit is? What if ETH goes up? Then you're screwed.
Well, no, because we're just doing 0.016. We didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why. That's what I mean. Like, you're haggling over. What does it come out to? 0.0004. $1.89. Listen, man, you got pinch pennies. I understand. I get it. You can just say I'm pinching pennies here.
I want to make sure I follow the rules, right? We weren't supposed to go over 25.
Yeah.
0.016. Just think of it as do it in ETH instead of USD.
That's fine. Either way, ETH. Yeah. I'd still be over, right? So I got to stay under the 25. I'm trying to work on it.
Did you buy 2 horses already or no?
Yeah, he bought 2 already.
What was the total in ETH?
Pull it back up for you.
Now I can browse. Now we can just find you a horse.
I already found my horse.
He's like, I found Wall Street. Just waiting for my offer.
That's it. The beauty is mine. All right, let's see. First one was 0.0034. And then 0.006, I think was the other one. Let me make sure.
So you have literally under 0.034. What was the second one you said?
0.006. 0006, I think it was.
Okay. So you have 0. You have 0.0066 to spend.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go shopping for a horse that's 0.0006. Just because Just to help my good pal out.
I mean, that's what his bid's at right now. So he knows what he's doing.
Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy. Trust, did you mint front yard baseball?
No, I never did.
All right.
Yeah, this Friday actually we're having
Get the Moonshot people on yet?
Moonshot. They're coming in Friday. So actually we're doing it a little different this Friday. 7:00. Moonshot's coming on from 7 to 8. We're gonna load it up, some giveaways as well, all that good stuff. And then we're gonna do our baseball regular sim league. Be a nice little night.
Nice.
Yeah, is there TRV after that, or is it
Just
us
us
baseball?
all baseball.
All baseball Friday. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, by the way,
Bryce stopped by to make sure he reminded you, Dog Boy sucks. What up, Bryce?
Be like that sometimes.
Whenever you get a chance, run it by these TRV guys again. I never did get that fighter from them.
From the last stream?
From the stream, like God knows how many months ago.
That doesn't. Okay, yeah, because
I said it's the same people as said, right? VHS.
Yeah, I mean it's not a hurry. I mean I've never been in a hurry because I don't even play the game, but I would have tried it out.
Oh,
What's up, Bryce? By the way, I got to dip out here at 9. Well, 9. It's already 9. I got to dip out, but
yeah, we're gonna get we went over yours. The next thing we'll have to figure out is Zook is doing the Google Doc. I will literally drive to New York and punch him in his nose if he says no, because I've had to do the stable duels the last 2 weeks. He never showed me how to do it. I've had to deal with Zed back and forth about what needs changed, what this happens. Like he's doing it. So we'll get everything figured out, like the race selection and stuff between now and tomorrow, because we have to send the races in. But yeah, Trox, thanks for coming on. We looked at your squad.
I'll stick around for a couple minutes till Bryce. Bryce, you already bought your 3, right?
No, haven't even looked yet.
Never mind.
No,
we going shopping.
Well, I bought mine. Trox got his. Keith bought his. Jigga's waiting for someone to accept an offer for his 3rd, and Zook's a loser. So if you want to do your shopping live on stream, like I did,
sure, I don't care.
Because we looked at Keith's horses already. I don't know if you took a peep at him or not.
I have not looked at it. I just got back from the event at Hard Rock I was at for this conference, so I'm not up on anything that's happened other than knowing I have to buy horses.
Fair. Yeah, I want a filter on this website so I can put my spending limit in, and it only shows me horses of that limit and under. Well, that limit, I guess. I don't want horses of under. I just want that limit, I guess. Maybe that doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't.
Maybe you put like a limit scale. Like I want something between 0.05 and 0.12.
You realize that's already there, right?
Is it?
Yep.
So there should be a tutorial on how to use your website somewhere.
Well, let's do it right now.
All right, and then we'll clip it and we'll sell it to you, and you can put it on your website.
All right, sounds good.
All money funds Doughboy's grocery list. It's fun. That's great. No, but yeah, we should do a tutorial for that because you got a lot of shit going on. You just added more games, didn't you?
Did we add any today? I don't think so. Not today.
It was the post today. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Yeah, just talking about different games, showing different features. Like you said, the DYK part of our thing there, just showing different features that people may or may not know because either they didn't pay attention when they rolled out, or they're new, or like yourself, they didn't realize they can do it.
See, that's crazy. Yeah, you're currently supporting 1, 2, 3, 5, 9 games.
Well, I think there's 9, but technically Moonshot and FYB are kind of linked together. So
8 games. Also, yeah, I don't know if you heard Jigga said we're having the Moonshot people on Friday.
I did just hear that. That's awesome. I've had a lot of. I haven't played Moonshot the last week or so here, but I've had a lot of fun playing with that, and it's pretty nice that there's at least something to do with those FYB kids, that they've incorporated them into their game. So it wasn't a total rug pull. At least got a few strands of fiber out of it.
They tried, man. They tried so hard to get the money, and like I know, like obviously chat can be fucking brutal sometimes, but like they were upfront for most of it. They're like, yeah, we just can't get this money. They did go silent for a little bit, but like it wasn't anything crazy. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. I got dropped a Moonshot team from Discord.
Oh, nice.
But I just don't know how to. I don't know how it works, so I haven't messed with it at all. So Friday, I'm gonna find out, and I'll start going at it. But yeah, I have some front yards. I have some front yards to play with. I have a nice little Hall of Famer. He's kind of nice.
All right, guys. I'll see you Thursday. Okay.
All right, Trots. We'll see you Thursday. We'll get all the info tomorrow.
Cool, bro. All right. Later.
All right. So what is our limit spending wise here?
0.016. Do you want to share your screen or no? Or are you able to?
If I can figure out.
Present.
Share
screen. And you're good. But yeah, I figure since you're on now, we can do your team. And then hopefully Jiggy gets his by sometime. If not, he's going to have to buy another one.
All right.
He's got till 10. Yeah,
can you see my screen? There we are.
Yep, you're up.
Okay, so what'd you say? 0.015 is the limit?
0.16.
All right, so I'm going to look for horses between, well, no minimum and 0.006. And do we have limits on classes or anything like that? I can't remember what the final decision was.
300 max.
300 max.
Yeah.
All right.
Evidently, Keith's strategy was to buy the highest he could find, the highest leveled.
That's part of my strategy. I'm really just going to look at horses from class 250 to 300.
I did 290 to 300.
We're doing 90 or 9 different, like each distance, right? We have to have each horse to go at least once.
Yeah, each horse has to go once.
All right, so I got my price limit in here. I'm just going to 0.06. I'm going to spread it out pretty evenly. And then I'm going to look at sprinters here to start with.
I completely forgot about that tool until my third horse, and the second horse I bought was another sprinter.
And then I'm gonna filter based on racing 2.0 profit. And I don't see any here, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Good.
So after that, since there's nothing fun, paid win rate, high to low. It doesn't look like anything changed, so they're all at 0. So just win rate, high to low. And we'll see what we got here. That was at 7.4 and 27 races. I'll just pop him up and take a look. The 285 class score.
The other thing I noticed too is sometimes the stats on Haku aren't the same on like Z Lead. I don't know if it's just like an updating thing, like they don't update as quick. But there's like it's not an extreme discrepancy, but it's like sometimes like paid stats, like the 6-horse paid stats I think don't show up on Haku, like on the racing thing. All right.
No, if you want to look at 6-horse race stats, you got to go into the individual horse, or you can filter by them as well. But they don't show up on our default stats here. They're all 12 races that we show.
That's the one thing I noticed.
Looking at horses here, it's flamed in a bunch of stuff. Recently in class 4, hasn't flamed in racing 2.0. Nothing great. It's flaming in class 4 freeze in the old style. So nothing jumps out about that horse. Figurehead Juniper. How do I know this horse?
I think Trot said he almost bought one of the horses you had listed.
Probably Michael Tuchevsky. When I looked the other day, it was like one of the first ones that popped up in my filter. I'm like, oh, I should probably relist that because am I allowed to buy him? Because I'm pretty sure he'd be great in mids.
I mean, I don't know what the rule is. I mean, we can obviously get a ruling on it, but.
No, I won't do that. That's too shady. I don't want Zook complaining that I win another round of this. So
yeah, well, I will. I'm actually willing to bet some amount of money that Zook will not have his 3 horses purchased before 10 p.m. I'm 100% willing to wager money on that. Because
you gotta get him straightened out.
What do you want me to do about it? The guy loves pickles and balls. Can't do anything about it.
He loves his pickles.
Jesus. Yeah, I told him. I'm like, I literally texted him Sunday about getting this together. I heard from him this morning. That's what it is. But I know there was like a big pickleball event, but I know taxes are starting back up too. So I hope he's not gonna bite off more than he can chew with this league stuff.
I upped my price on this because I really wasn't seeing any sprinters that I kind of liked.
That one looks kind of nice.
This one does look half-ass nice.
I mean, for what we're trying to do here, but
yeah, hasn't ran yet in 2.0, but it was flaming C4s in the old style and winning.
That was one of the
got
things
a pretty-
too. Like, I feel like if you find flames in 12 gate, you should be able to find flames in 6. Should be able to. Not always the case. Like, I have a shitty cross down in class 6. Couldn't find flames at all before the update. And flames in 250 6-horse has variance. Sucks. Like, weak variance, I think. But it doesn't look that bad. But more of sprint stats, which didn't you buy? No, you didn't buy one yet, right?
I haven't bought one yet. I'm looking at them, but this I think this might be my sprinter. I'll look at a couple other ones.
So that's a decent chunk too, and we were talking about that. Like, this is basically DFS.
Yeah, you got to know.
You can go stars and scrubs, or you can, depending what the limit is. Like, I kind of like the .016 because it ends up coming out to like just .005, 5.3 or something like that for each horse.
Yeah, I mean, this one was flaming C3 freeze in the old school system. I don't know why this horse wouldn't have ran at least once in this new system. So there's some. Oh, there's an 066. I might have to look at that one just for price point.
You hear that, Jigga? Hurry up, find it. It's a perfect exactsies.
Flaming C4s, not C3s. Hasn't raced in a while.
Has
Really
flames
wouldn't
everywhere.
have a lot of confidence.
Looks like shit variance, but I mean, it's not really heavily raced either, and it shows the line.
And it hasn't been raced where I think it's probably best, which is in mids. You look at a flame chart like this and you see flames on both ends of the spectrum, that tells me you're looking at a half decent mid horse. You know what? I'm going to take this one and roll the dice.
A vibrating rabbit. What a name. What a name.
Yeah, great name, great color. I think it's one that hasn't been raced appropriately really since it started. Oh, that's me. So, all right, I found it says sprinter tag, but I think this one could run.
I think
could
because
run
it has the win equity at the sprint.
Yeah. So that one could run a lot of places. So that's going to give me some options. I'm going to look now purely at a marathoner, but now I can skimp, I think, on a pure sprinter.
Your bankroll is .0094.
Hey, look at that. There's that one's mine too.
Perfect.
Oh.
I mean, if anything.
Why do I have that one so cheap?
I don't know. I'm going to go buy it. He ain't more horses.
Hey, Jigga, seriously, there's your marathoner right there, a white sport coat. That
I don't know what he needs yet. I forgot the first two that he bought.
All right, let's take a look at some of these other ones. Megare. It's a marathoner, not super heavily raced. Hasn't raced in a long time. I see C4 flames. Yeah, nothing there. El De Bronco, enlisted super cheap.
I wish Zed had like 6 gate free races up. Now I have to test these horses in paid races. Which isn't bad.
So this has ran a couple times. It's flaming C4. More than once. Yeah, they're freeze. Screw it. El Dead Bronco. I'm a Broncos fan. We'll buy it.
Oh, you're a Broncos fan? God, Lee.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. You know what? I felt good. I felt like Bryce was being sincere. So, horse number 3, I landed my marathon. I did take white sport coat.
But honestly, I don't even need to. I'll pull it up here so people look at it. That would have been my buy if it wasn't my horse, because the horse can win. It's got decent win equity at all marathoners. Flames everywhere. I haven't ran it but a handful of times here just because.
Does it have any 68 stats? Or no?
Probably not. I really doubt it. But even in Racing 2.0, I mean, it's flaming at C4s. And before it was flaming some C3s in the old style.
That's the one thing I was looking for. I was looking at 6 gate stats on every horse I was buying. And Trotz is like, oh, I didn't think about doing that. And I was like, I didn't think anyone was going to think about it. But, like, I figured, like, Keith was just going to try and buy the fastest horses he could, no matter what. I figured, your bots, you and your bot and his bot would find the fastest ones, but you're doing, you're covering your tracks right now by doing it live on stream. You're not giving any extra info away, which is great. Protect yourself at all costs.
All right, how much budget do I have left?
What was that last horse you bought?
0038.
0038.
I'm out, guys. Finish it up. I'm gonna get us set up. We're gonna do the LeBron watch tonight to see if he breaks the record. So
nice.
Anybody in the chat, if you want the playback link, I'll drop it real quick. Anybody wants to jump in the stream with us tonight, all you gotta do is log in and we get to watch the game together. And let's see if LeBron breaks this shit tonight.
What record is he going for? Most tears cried in a basketball career?
Oh yeah, no, he already set that record. That's
a nice one, bro.
That's an ongoing record.
At least we can hate LeBron together. That's fun.
I know nothing about basketball. I just love the meme with him crying when he has cramps and hockey players die on the bench and keep playing.
It's kind of like my hatred for Chris Jericho.
What?
Nice.
You're not a Jericho-holic?
I hate Jericho. Tune in on Wednesdays, except for this Wednesday, to hear me complain about how terrible Chris Jericho is. We've been doing the AEW watch-alongs on Wednesday nights.
He's from Winnipeg, idiot.
That's even worse. He's the worst Canadian wrestler ever.
Man,
he stinks.
You're striking out all over the place here.
Dude, he stinks. I never liked Jericho. The Walls of Jericho is stupid. What a dumb finisher. Imagine being from Canada with all the Chris Benoit, Canadian. The Hart Brothers, Canadian. Like, their finishers were insane. And then you got this guy, this nobody with, I'm just going to use the Boston Crab as my finisher. I'm going to just raise it up high enough, and I'm going to call it the Walls of Jericho, baby. And that's what it's going to be.
He was doing the lion salt way before the Walls of Jericho. Come on, man.
Either way, he stinks. Both those moves stink. And he's the worst Canadian wrestler ever. 0.0056. Let's see what you can do.
So, like I said, that one I think will cover mids and sprints. So I'm really just kind of looking for something. It's let me get rid of my class filter here. Drop that,
fellas. Have fun.
All right,
see you
Jigga.
Later. And don't worry. You know what? On the way out, hit your nice little intro video. I love it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even get to see it.
I know. I felt bad.
I gotta find it. Where is it?
Right.
Oh, there it is.
The video there for you. Yep.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna watch that. That was kind of
All
nice.
I look forward to losing to you guys on Thursday. All right.
Jiggy, you don't even know, man. It's anything could happen. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I guarantee a white sport coat's better than anything most of these plugs are going to buy.
I bought Nakamoto's and Zabos.
I will win a race. Later, guys.
Later. Yeah, that was my strategy. Buy the strongest Nakamoto and Zabos I could find. I ended up with 2 Z11 Nakamoto crosses.
Yeah, but that doesn't even matter now.
The stats are nice. What do you mean? It doesn't matter. I didn't do it for Bloodline. I did it based on their speeds. Or they're not their speeds, the levels. They were just the best value there outside of
Gotcha.
Stinky Buttes.
Yeah, there ain't much here that I'm looking at.
It's tough, man. It's I kind of like this. Like that's what I mean. Like, depending, if there's a higher stakes one, like that would be interesting to watch. But I don't know a lot of people that would do a higher stakes one. I mean, I'm sure we could figure something out, but this like the small budget, like you have $20 to go in the grocery store and come out with a meal.
Yeah,
basically.
And this one ain't terrible.
Don't look bad. Flames in the sprints.
I mean, it's down. It's down 80 cents, $1.50 maybe in Racing 2.0.
And it's running $2, $2.50s.
Yep, it's flaming and 6 horses, freeze. It's not getting killed in paids. And like I said, I like that one.
What are the 6-horse stats on it? Go down to the tree? Or the
just 2 races.
50% flame.
100% flame.
Okay.
Top 2 just has these 2. They're free races, but
yeah, still, I mean that's a tournament horse. Even still, like you flame in the freeze, like whenever they decide to do these flash tournaments again, that's something that could easily qualify.
Yeah, I mean, this horse ain't terrible. It's not good. I'm not advertising that it's great, but in this format, could be great. And again,
Yeah.
I think I have.
It's right at your limit.
Yeah, and like I said, and that's a 1,200,000 meter horse, because I think the other one that I bought earlier is going to cover 14 through 2,000 at least. So there we go. I got my roster here once they finish clearing.
Decent. Same. I posted in Discord. We just have to figure out the distances, the scoring, how we want to do that, and then that's it.
For new players coming on, I mean, I just spent what was it, $25 we were doing on this, and bought 3 horses all in C4 because we're being idiots and doing this. But I mean, I could have looked in C5 or C6 and got ones that I think will legitimately be profitable.
Yeah, that's what me and Trotz talked about too. Like, because he mentioned that one of his friends asked him about Zed, like, saw like, oh, it's a good time to get in. He's like, it's just hard to advertise getting someone in the current state again. But like, there's multiple ways to come in. Like I explained, it's like if you want to come in and be like breeding and shit like that, like that's expert level at that point. Like, just get yourself a shitty horse for less than $5, learn the game that way, and then give yourself a budget. I mean, look what we did with $25. Like, if you give yourself a $50 budget, like, you should be able to find like a double up grinder, like in class 5 or class 4, even. Like, you can find these things, but
you can find legitimate profitable horses that could be running in C5, C6, maybe C4 for $25, no problem. I mean, I just took my filter off of the class score and looking at some of these here. If we look just by paid win rate, high to low, and we'll look into what it is. I looked at this one here; it wasn't great, but even if we just go win rate, and yes, there's a huge change. But I mean, these are horses that have pulled 12% win rates. They can do something. Here's one right here, blindsided. Let's look at that. It's top of C5. 0.004. I have no idea whose horse this is, but it's barely raced. It's got a couple of wins. 18
has
looks
it run at all in the new season?
It ran.
No, it hasn't.
This must be a new breed, actually.
It's 22, right? The year's 22 on it.
Oh yeah, it's a year old.
I don't think it hasn't ran since.
No, hasn't ran. But I mean, before you see Flames in C4, C5.
It flamed in the 250 top 3 in C5.
And you place this one right at the top of C5 here. Here's a horse that I would wager is probably going to be a profitable 1,800 meter horse. In C5. I mean, you can go in there, play for $1 in entry fee and double ups. I'll bet this one will probably turn a profit.
Blindsided. I feel like I know whose horse that is.
MB Stud. I'm not sure who that is. But yeah, I mean, and that's a $6.73 horse. I mean, you'll make that back in 2 days of running.
Have you leveled anything up yet?
No.
Yeah. Neither.
Why would you?
Me neither. The only time I would consider it is if they have the whatever to 25 level tournament.
I mean, like, why would you level? Here's a horse of mine. Let me put the Racing 2.0 filter on. It's a 268. It's at the top of C4 now. Why in the hell would I ever upgrade this horse? It's made me $120 in profit. It finishes 1 to 6, 66% of the time in paids. It's why would you ever upgrade a horse like this in the current meta? Maybe they'll give us a reason to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The general like answer I was looking for is what reason is there? Because I have a couple that are. Well, I have one that's at the top of C6, and it's like I could go into C5, where I get more like 250 races than I do in C6, where it flames and wins when they have them. But like,
why?
Why?
I mean, even some of the horses that I run for Hunter. I mean, Ryan McLaren is at the top of C2. Given the current meta, why would I ever upgrade him? You can just print money there all day long.
Yeah, I think until we have a reason to do any of that, I don't foresee a lot of people doing it. And if they do, they trick themselves. into thinking that it was the right call.
The thing I would like to see them do is if your horse is capped out and makes a final, like not a semifinal, but makes it to a final in the tournament, they automatically class up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset with that.
I mean,
I'd be
you'd be
sick
killed when it happened
if
to
I
you
did
unless
cash,
you won
but-
the thing, but
Yeah.
there's one way to kind of force that up that, okay, you can't just sit here and eat forever. And then
Yeah.
you would be selective. I mean, would I run Ryan McLaren in a crappy little daily tournament that maybe I'll make $80 winning? No. Would I save him for the week long list? Yeah. But I think that adds a level of strategy to the tournaments that isn't there if you run that risk of that horse classing up. And then, hey, you got to start it all over again.
Yeah, that's fair. It's definitely fair. All right. Well, you got your horses in. I got mine in. I think Zook's the only one who didn't do it. And again, I know he will not have his purchased
Oh, ye of little faith.
before.
No,
I swear he won't do it. We literally have 32 minutes. He will not have his horses purchased by then.
Man, I even rushed back from the Hard Rock Casino here in Fort Lauderdale where Springsteen's playing tonight just to
You
get
should
on.
have just stayed there. Bruce! Yeah, you should have just stayed there, honestly.
No, I was.
I
Had to
my
come
work
on and
party
do this.
tomorrow.
I didn't want you talking bad about me like you're talking about Zook. So
No, I wouldn't talk bad about you.
I'm
You haven't given me
half-assed
a
excited.
reason. Other than the fact that you're a Broncos fan, like that's the only thing I have. And you like Chris Jericho, apparently. That's two negatives so far. So we
I'm
haven't hit
half
the third
excited
strike.
about this horse.
Yeah, that one looked kind of nice.
I think this is a classic case of a horse that hasn't been ran well. Yeah,
Yes.
it showed a little bit here, but honestly, you see the flames on both ends of the spectrum. That unless it's just a monster that's always going to get there, but I mean, we're talking a C4 Finney exclusive. I didn't even look at the bloodline. Genesis
Bloodline-
Mare, Zabo Legendary.
Is Bloodline a thing anymore? Like legit?
Well, I'm just thinking for existing horses, I think so. But I mean, you can see this one has the mid-distance tag. This one's got the win rate, so it's an intriguing one. I'm going to pull up Zedge here if you don't mind. I'll take a look at
No,
that.
do that because that's the one thing I don't have access to, and I didn't get to run I didn't run any numbers. Like I said, we just looked on screen and did everything. But I know, like, use the tools that you have is a very good thing. You should always use whatever you possibly can. Max speed. Where is your max speed at, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, this doesn't love it. It says it's got some variance and some base ability. And even this is saying, yeah, you're probably looking at a 16, 14 horse. But
Check,
again, not a lot of data on it.
check this horse. What do you need for the Zedge? You need a number?
I just put in the name search
All right.
or ID works as well.
Yeah, let me send you the ID. Because I don't have it. Is that subscription based, that thing, or is it not?
If you're looking at Buterins, it's not. You can look at Buterins all day long on here. For anything else, you have to pay a subscription.
See, everyone has things to say. Nice things about Hawku. I just have unnice things to say about Broncos fans. That's it. And I'm sure you have unnice things to say about Raiders fans also. But here we are, sharing a screen together for now.
What's a Raiders fan?
Yeah.
Aren't they all in prison?
Yeah, please tell me more. I can't wait to see the Sean Payton try and crack Russell Wilson into shape to being a compliant quarterback. I can't wait to watch that train wreck. Did you hear his interview? Like, someone asked him, like, what do you think about Russell Wilson having his own private trainer staff? Sean Payton's like, yeah, we ain't doing that here.
Good.
I also, yeah, good. You use what you have here. Like,
I just don't know how a Raider fan can call any other team's situation, more of a mess than what you've got.
the only mess we have is Josh McDaniels. That's it. Josh McDaniels. That is the mess that we are in. And there's a world where I don't watch a single Raiders game next year if that son of a bitch signs Jimmy Garoppolo. There's a world I just don't pay attention at all. I'd be sick to my stomach. Honestly, you have all the reason in the world to take a day off or take a year off too.
I
wouldn't wanna watch
pretty much
Russell
did
Wilson.
that this year.
That's fair. It feels nice sometimes.
I'm not a diehard NFL fan by any stretch.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like Russ, but
You're a
Hackett,
hockey guy.
literally from the first day of camp, you knew Hackett had no freaking clue what he was doing. So
Yeah.
here's that horse. Here's that horse you were looking at.
Yeah, this one looks. I see. I don't know how to read this stuff.
So the 56 is its base ability, minus 44. A 0 would say it's a pure 1600 horse. So you're probably looking at 1200 meter specialty, 14 to 12. And then 27, there ain't much variance to it, which in 6 horses isn't necessarily a bad thing.
This was the sprint. This was my sprinter. This horse has 6 gate stats at 1,000. Hold on, I'll show you real quick. It has a 6 gate stats at 1K and 1,200 at flamed and didn't do anything. So this is the horse I was going to use as my sprinter.
Yep.
This is where I messed up. Where's this one at? Here, let me get you this number. We'll look at my last 2, and then we can cut the stream off. But yeah, you're more of a hockey guy, aren't you? Obviously, yeah.
I'm a hardcore hockey guy. I've put out publications in the past for prospect grading and
Nice.
ran our hockey cash sim league for 20 some years now, probably. So I'm a hockey nerd through and through.
That's fair. What do the colors mean? I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you.
It's a mystical thing of
like Hillside always posts that shit. Like, I just put this stud in the barn. Here's all these fancy colors. Yeah, what does it mean? Tell me what it means.
Colors mean nothing. That's why I guess we did end up showing them. We didn't to start with, but people complained enough.
This one's worse also.
Yeah, this is another one. 0 variance. This is another sprinter. Why'd you buy 2 sprinters?
I told you I messed up. I didn't even look at it. I'm gonna run this horse at mids. It has some thirds at 1,800 in like 2 or 3 races. So I'm just gonna try it.
See you should have bought Vibrating Rabbit that can kind of cover you everywhere if you needed.
Yeah, I didn't find that one. And also my strategy was a lot different. I just targeted certain horses at the top of my search was 290 to 300 for levels.
Okay, so you had a real narrow window.
Yeah. So I didn't want to go outside of it. I went outside of it for one of them, I think. And I think that was the mistake that I made. But that's all right. I'm not worried about it. This is a learning experience.
So I bought one marathoner, and then this one here will run probably 14 to 2,200. And then that other sprinter I got. So yeah, this one I bought will cover probably 5 distances for me.
Yeah, that one's not even bad like that. That one's really not that bad.
Even in sprints, it's not terrible. Like I'm gonna go race it. I'm half optimistic. This one might be able to be scratch out some double ups.
This one hasn't ran in the new system, has it? This is the one that we just
hasn't ran in this system, but again, there's enough.
So you bought 2 horses, right? That haven't ran at all in like a year?
I think so.
All right. See, and that's what I like. So look at this. I don't know what the machine says about this horse. I know what the stats say about this horse, but Admiral's Banner. Where the fuck is this horse at? I gotta get the number on it. Admiral's Princess. No, there it is. Admiral's Banner. Dude, like if you look at this comparison on this horse's stats, and I'll bring it up here and show it while I want to see what the numbers say about this, because this thing factors in breeding also, doesn't it? Or like you can use this edge tool for breeding.
Yeah, because you're using the base ability, the variance, and the distance preference to try to figure out what you're looking at. What's your horse ID number?
I put it in private chat. So when did this start? So December 4th we'll put, because it doesn't really matter. So this was this horse's chart, December 4th. This was like an early breed in like when Zed first opened up, and obviously didn't have any win equity, which was, perfect. And in 2.0, it's complete different. Like,
you just bought his horses, apparently.
No way.
That's what he said in the Discord group.
Proof. Screenshot. Yeah, I literally have no faith in him to get it done early. I can't believe he did. He's so smart. Not handsome. Whoa, those are some numbers. What do these numbers mean?
So this one for Admiral's Banner, 36 base ability, which is not great. 59 DP, which means you're probably looking at a
marathon.
2,200, maybe 24. I think you're going to get stomped at 26. And then a 31 variance. So it's not great.
It's not, but it's in the new system for some reason. It's awesome. Like, well,
That's
it's not
all
awesome. It wins top twos and wins winner take alls and flames in both. 12 gate, it's not really. In 12 gate paid, it's not really that great. But in the 6 gate, it's good.
You said this is a breeding 1.0 horse, right?
This is this horse was born on September 5th, 2021.
Yeah, you look at its parents, and you got probably a 1,400 meter and a 1,000 meter, which are going to produce a 2,200 meter classic 1.0.
Dude, 1.0. Yeah, it was Banner. I don't know if you remember Tish's horse Banner he had, but it was that horse's mother was the mother, and that horse hated 1,400. Was graded 1,012.
Okay.
And had like some variance as it got up, like more back end, but also won and finished second and third. And then I hit it with my Genesis, who is complete. I don't know, like the horse is not a great runner. I haven't ran it a lot in a new system, but it's whatever. But it has produced some like runners. Like it produced a horse that's up in class 2 after the update. Like that's where it got pushed. But yeah, this is one of the first Genesis horses I had. I just ran the shit out of it. And it's not good. It's not great, Bob.
But I mean, hey, so many of the 1.0 horses, I mean, they've been ran to the ground. But I mean, you saw it. I bought 2 that haven't ran in 2.0. I don't know when they were bred, but there's so many horses that haven't been ran in this atmosphere that at least show something that could be good for, like you said, $325. I think 2 of them haven't raced in this thing.
Yeah.
They could end up being turds, but there's enough there that I'm willing to gamble a little bit and say they're going to be half-assed decent. Anyways.
But that's the fun. That like this is we basically created DFS without creating DFS for Zed.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just more like I wanted to do it. Like obviously when we have the league up and going, like that's content. We'll be able to like do things around that. We'll be able to cover everything. And this is just another outlet of like. We'll see Thursday how it comes out with content because we'll have the bot back up again. We'll have wagering, so that'll be dope. Like I like our winner picks basically it picks the best horse from each person and walks away with like maybe $20 in horses, but the best horse that each person found. So like that variance horse might not be yours, and it might turn out to be great, but well maybe not great, but
usable.
I mean, serviceable.
If you're looking for a great horse under $25, they're going to be hard to find. But if you're looking for a horse that's going to be profitable in 2.0, they're not impossible to find.
Yeah, they're out there.
Somebody asked me to pull up a horse here.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on 1 second.
That's a crazy variance horse with 0 base ability. And that came from absolute glue parents. That's awesome. Guaranteed 1.0 horse.
Yeah, see, I need to get on. I need to have a Zed stream so that way I can look up all my horses and see.
Yeah,
I'm still sick
super
about
useful. I mean, I'll still go with my gut, or I have some horses where I know literally everything about them and don't need a breeding thing to tell me how to breed them.
Oh yeah,
but Zed is super useful for things like that. I don't have a Blood Tool subscription, although I see a few things when Hunter and I are talking breeding options, but. It's a very affordable again, if you're somebody coming in on a budget, would I pay for a subscription? No, I wouldn't. But, you can use Haku, you can use Z-Lead, and you can get enough information, make some educated decisions, and start scratching out that profit. And then you know what? After a month or 2 months, then you're going to have the knowledge base to understand what you're doing, and maybe that Zed prescription does make sense. Or maybe you just got Buterins, and you can use their free Buterin tool. There's so many ways to scratch forward and make a niche in this game. And that the thing that irritates the crap out of me is the nonstop complaining in Discord. Well, arbitrage this, arbitrage that. It's like, you know what, guys? There's plenty of room for people to be profitable, to build a niche in this market without worrying about what arbitrage is doing.
I smacked them through a wall.
that's where I keep arguing against some of the community that wants to see.
It's just like it's what I've learned. So like coming from one gaming community into this is a gaming community now. Like I left the Magic the Gathering Twitter and like I was a hardcore player. Like I played a lot. I was just a big player. So everyone I followed was just players of the game. And whenever Wizards messed something up, holy shit! It's just like Zed. It's a week long like shit fest, and then it goes quiet, and then they find something to complain about, and then it's the same thing over and over. I'm like, I literally left one of these communities to come back literally 2 years later or a year later into another one that's the same cycle. It's just there's always going to be this, no matter what kind of game you're playing, there will always be this situation in the communities. Yep. It does not matter. Oh, well, this person has the advantage over this. Listen, I talked about it earlier. Like when I started playing Magic, I started with a $5 pre-constructed deck. And when I figured out what I have to do to be better and to win at a higher level, I made those adjustments. It's the same thing with Zed. Like you come in and you make the adjustments. If you come in and drop $1,000 on one horse, that's on you, man. Like that's your prerogative. That's what you wanted to do. And now you have $1,000 horse that you'll never get your money back for because you made the wrong purchase. On a shotgun, decision.
Well, and especially if you don't know the game, can you go out and buy $1,000 horse and be profitable in a couple months?
Sure.
If you know exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Would I advise a new player to do that? Goodness, no. Go in, shop at the basement, or I say talk with somebody you trust. But if you're somebody new coming in, you shouldn't trust anybody.
If you're new, you should not go into Zed Discord either.
No,
but I left that after like right when I started streaming, like when we got recruited to Pony Plug, I literally left the Discord. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not going to be able to stream without just like talking shit on all these dumb buffoons. Like I just won't be able to do it. So I eliminated the problem. I had control over. I eliminated the problem. So
for the first year I played, I never went in Zed Gen. I hung out in beginner and tried to get the information in front of people so they can make educated decisions. But then, when I started at Haku, I have to go in there and engage and things like that just to stay in the community. But there's sometimes like, no, I'm out. I'll come here and make fun of the CMs in a good-hearted way, and then I'm out.
When it pours over to Twitter is when I see it. Or like if I'm looking for an announcement, there's like a handful of people I message.
And then you got the Twitter, some of the people on Twitter that all they do is fun on there all day, and if they stop getting a reaction, then they'll pop into Zed Gen to just, I don't know, try to get somebody to agree with them that the sky's falling. And
I tend not to follow people like that. They end up muted. I found out recently I'm blocked by a lot of people, and I love it because I don't tweet. So the only way they blocked me was either they watched me on stream and they just didn't like what I had to say, which too bad. Like, deal with it. Or they just, like, took a response or like, me calling, like, Zook stinky and smelly or, like, ECS smelly and stinky. Like, oh, this guy's a bad guy. I'm going to block him. I don't want to see this on my timeline. Like, again, good for you. Congratulations. But, I always find it funny.
I haven't blocked or muted anybody. I
just mute people. I don't need to hear. Some people I don't need to hear from.
It gets super old. And I make the comment all the time. If you're always negative or you're always positive, really you shouldn't be listened to because you have no independent thought.
You have to be able to tell you have to be able to read it, call it how you see it and not like I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that beg for attention and I can't. That's not me.
I hear you. I try to be somewhat chill on everything, but it's
you're pretty neutral, but also you're a business owner in the game essentially. Like you have a tool. So like there's other people out there that also have the same situation that just don't filter themselves. But like I'm
representing the company too, right?
Yeah, like that's the difference. Like
I can't go on and tell somebody what I necessarily really think about them because I'm representing Haku. And,
you tell me and I'll tell them. That's how. Yeah, I have no problem with that. I've told people before, like if you don't want to say something mean and it's factual, I'll do it for you. It's like one of those things like you you call someone, you pay him to call someone else and give them bad news. Like,
well, I just figure since Hunter fights with everybody anyways, I don't need to. So
yeah, he's on the mute list.
Hunter's awesome.
No, you're not. It's opinion based. You're entitled to your opinion.
He's been great to me since day one. But no, you're wrong. I know he can be antagonistic, we'll say.
I'm not gonna make any comments.
Anywho,
I'll wake up tomorrow. There'll be mentions, and I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it.
Stuff. I love and hate everybody. It's all good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just it is what it is. The community. There's always going to be gripers. There's always going to be like the kiss asses. There's always going to be that's what's always going to be like, and it's yuck. It's yuck. Just play the game. Like, just play the game. That's it. If you don't want to play the game, don't play the game. You know, the hardest thing, the one thing I learned is like the hardest thing to do in life is stay silent. It's so easy to open your mouth and say something. It's so easy to hit the keyboard and type something.
Well,
it's so hard to
there's been a few times I hit the old delete button quite a bit.
Yeah, man. You know, it is what it is. We're all kids at heart. You know, at the end of the day, if we're bitching about a video game, then we're just kids. Yep. We're just sitting in the Call of Duty or the NHL lobby yelling at each other. Like, it's basically what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I love this game, and I enjoy a few of the other games as well. But I mean, I love Zed. I look forward to running the ponies every day. Do I always like what they're doing? Good gravy, no. But you know, at the end of the day, the game is better now than it was 2 months ago, than it was 4 months ago, and it'll be better in 2 months.
I do miss the summer of 21. I do miss the summer of 21.
Yeah, I mean, it was just for printing money.
It was fun.
Yeah, you breed a horse and flip it for 3 times the value. You breed absolute crap together and flip it 3 times the value in 5 minutes. I
went back and looked at selling Buter and legendary buttes for 0.2. Like, yep. I miss those days.
Without hesitation. I mean, it was so good. I mean, I was buying horse when it took me a couple months because I started in May. I was on holidays in July when my first horse that I bought sold for like double what I paid for it. And then, you know, as quickly after that, it's like, well, I can buy a horse that I can see there's something useful. Not good, but useful. And then we'll run it. We'll lose a little bit of money, but then I'll be able to show that, hey, it could run here and grind out profit, but I'll sell it for $50 profit instead of me running out that fit and just keep recycling it. So
profit is profit. Profit's great.
Sold so many horses, and what's really cool to me, and it happens actually somewhat frequently, is, you know, I'll be in Zed Discord or somebody will shoot me a note that I haven't talked to in like 2 years. And they're like, hey, I talked to you right when I started, and either I bought a horse from you or you helped me make my first purchase, and they're still kicking around. That's pretty awesome to hear. I'm pretty fortunate that I get to hear that on a somewhat regular basis still, even though it's been a long time since that's all I did because we don't have any new players. But
yeah, it's still nice seeing the OGs pop up in chat from the old Pony Plug days. It's nice to see if they're still around.
Yeah, I agree. It's, you know, some people that still play a little bit or they've disappeared, but they check in occasionally. I mean, and that's the thing. If Zed can make it fun and all aspects of it fun, because like, to me, racing is as fun as it's ever been, but you'll get those.
For sure. I definitely have a lot more fun in this version of racing, just because all my horses are where they belong now, for the most part.
Exactly. And I'm not throwing stones. I was one of the worst abusers. I had John the horse deep in C4, even into C5, and because if you're not doing it, you're basically donating. So
that was my issue with it, is people just like, and that's honestly probably why I'm blocked. If people have me blocked, it's because I would call them out on their shit about not understanding the game. If you're complaining about people putting their horses where they belong, like, why do I need to have my Z22 Butte in Class 1 losing $25 a day when I can have it in C4 winning $20 a day? If not more.
Why wouldn't and hey, there's people that refuse to do that and just park their horses, and
good for you.
Their decision, all the power to them. I'm not making that decision, especially on ones that I'm jockeying.
I like to win my bets. I like to do I like to win my bets. I don't like losing.
Yeah, I don't play to lose. Exactly.
Yeah, I do not play to lose. I'm competitive when I do stuff, and I refuse to lose. And if there's a way for me to win inside the limitations of the game, then I will do it.
Yep.
And people hated it. People hated it. I used to sit on Evergreen's stream and like explain. I kind of want to go back, but I actually think he deleted all the streams that I was up with him on. I don't know if he cleaned the house or not, but I would sit up on stream and I'm like showing the chart because I ran this horse all the way up. You know, I show the chart and like this is why downclassing is necessary. You may not like it, but unless you enjoy losing money and that's fun to you, great. Keep running your horse up the ladder. But if you want to win money, like that's fun to me. I like winning money. Then I'm going to do what I have to do. And it's not like it was easy. Like you had to forcefully take like a week, 2 weeks off and just lose until you could win again.
Oh, it was awful. It is so fun never having to race to lose.
Yeah. That's what and that's the best part about this now. I mean, I'm sick because one of my horses ended up in class 1 and I'll never run it again. Yeah. And that's the horse that I downclassed to keep profitable. Like
right. But
and now it's the back end where it doesn't belong. So
but yeah, I mean, unless you had a diamonds, you had to do that. And and my next comment is not at Jarek at all, but I've made the comment a few times that some of the absolute worst racers are some of the biggest stables in Zed with the best horses that have never had to learn to find that edge, care about competition, the ones you can just plug a horse in and play. Yeah. And there's nothing
I told him that. No, I've told him that. I was like, dude, you got so lucky. You don't need to learn how to play the game. All you have to do is put diamonds in a race. That's it. Yeah.
And that's true. But I'm not talking about Jarrett, but I'm just saying, you know, you got guys that bought horses, lucked out with horses, whatever, that they can just run all day. And when the meta changes, they're the ones that can't or won't adapt. I mean, if a guy's telling you that they can't figure out this new meta or it's ruined their horses to the point they can't be profitable, listen to them. Probably shouldn't follow what they're doing if they're telling you they can't do it. And there's plenty of well-known stables that are horrible racers, and some of the best racing stables that have mediocre horses, 90% of people haven't even heard of.
Yep.
Because they're looking for an edge. They're not on Twitter bitching about this change, that change. They adjust and they race. And I mean, I don't put myself in that field. I know what I'm doing out there. I can make a horse profitable if it can be profitable. But I mean, there's guys out there that literally will spend the time to pick the perfect field to run a horse in and be selective and absolutely maximize the crap out of them. And very rarely is that one of the well-known stables. I mean, it's an interesting dynamic. If you had everybody do what we just did, the $25 thing, you could have some of the more famous stables in the game that would get just destroyed at that.
That's what I like about it. Like that's what I want to do. I want to get some of the stables on. I want to get some of them involved, so that way we can there are ways to play this game that the big stables aren't. Like the big stables aren't doing what we're doing. Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing with my argument about pushing these prize pools and raising them more in lower classes. I don't run in C6. I have one horse that I'll throw in once in a while. I just bought it to race when I do chat races and stuff, just in Zed general. Yeah. I have one C5 horse that I'm running because it's a Genesis. I'm just trying to cap it up. But I don't run in those classes for tournaments and stuff because it's not worth my time when I'm running the other horses. Now, if you start boosting those prize pools up, I've got a few I'll pull back from lending and I'll run them properly and I'll make money in those.
Yeah.
And that's my whole argument. You got to have, for players coming in, a place for them to run. If you make C6 worth what it was when it first started, because guess what? I was running C5 and C6. I won a couple C5 tournaments with a couple horses of mine right at the bat because it made financial sense to do so.
The one I showed you, Admiral's Banner, he went to the finals in the first tournament of the thing. Like, he flamed in the quarterfinals and finished 4th, which was great. He loved that. And then I think I made the finals in. But back to touch on the C6, and we'll wrap up here right at 10. I don't think I'm going to I have a bunch of horses down there that can flame and win, but I'm not going to run because of the shenanigans. Like, it's going to be hard for me to trust running down there because if the funnels don't fill, like, I had random races pop up from the 6 gate tournament.
Oh, did that run tonight?
I don't know if it ran tonight, but I had random races pop up over like last Thursday or Friday. And
yeah, I think your C6 might have been running tonight, or I saw something in Discord. I haven't been online for hours here tonight, which is super not normal, but I think I saw they were going to try the C6 tournament from a while ago.
Good. Maybe I'll get a couple extra dollars back. But like I qualified 6 horses for that thing, and like they didn't run. They haven't run, or they're not going to run, or something's going to happen, but I don't know when because they don't communicate it outside of Discord, which is also shit.
Apparently they're running now, according to Hillside Homies. So I know they're doing C6, I think, as a test, and then they're going to do the rest at a future point. But
shut up, please.
Again, I love C4 and C3 and C2. Honestly, that's where most of my horses are. The ones that I run of mine are C3, C4, and there's a handful. I've got most of them out on loan, but the horses I'm running for Hunter in C1 and C2, I mean, it is so much more fun running C3 and C4 than C1. C1, yeah. Especially marathoners. I mean, when I put Talladega in, I know every horse in that field, and I've probably been in the same race with 8 of them for the last 20 races.
Yeah, Friday the 68 Fibonacci's ran from however long ago.
Yeah, and they
only ran. I don't know what it was. Like, it just a not like they don't. That's what I mean. Like, I had a horse run, finish second, and then that was it. Like, I got $3.
Yeah, they just did single 6-horse races for that 12-horse pool.
All right, cool.
They're supposed to be fixing the Zed page where you would actually find this information there out. You shouldn't have to be in Discord. You shouldn't have to be on Twitter. You should just be able to, oh, geez, I'm racing my horses. Oh, there's a banner with what's going on tonight, or a schedule for tournament races clearly highlighted, on the main page. So I know they're working on it. Can't get here soon enough, in my opinion. But
yeah, honestly, it's been too long. I mean, it's been long enough, honestly. Like, I don't know, but yeah, that's it gets here. It gets here. That's the assumption. I talk about when it gets here.
When they finally do run those 6-horse tournament properly, I mean, I've got darn close to 20 horses that are going to run in that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's
that day when the funnels didn't fill, I qualified 14 horses across 4, 5, 6. Like,
that's not
sick.
funny at all.
I was sick. Like, it just took it. I was like, this sucks. Like, I don't want to do this. And if it was I think one of them was the paid qualifier, which makes it even shittier. But yeah, it is what it is. We did our shopping. We did everything we needed to do. I'm gonna play this sweet video that Jigga made, and then Thursday we're back for the races, and that's when the real game starts. Bryce, thanks for coming up.
You bet, man.
Are you have hockey Thursday? Are you coming up later Thursday? Or are you gonna be?
As long as my flight gets in normal, I should be fine. I think we have a bye week this week for hockey, so I should be good to go.
Nice. All right, cool. We'll see you Thursday, and chat, we'll see you Thursday as well, 8 p.m. Enjoy my video.